Hey there, speculators. I'm Rod, your futures fanatic. Welcome back to the channel here on YouTube, and happy Easter. Depending on when you're watching this video, you probably have less than 3 to 4 hours left to get 80% off a Apex Trader funding account. I talked about it in this video, and I talked about it in this video, and I talk about prop trading here a lot on the channel. If you're not familiar with prop trading or the goodness of the futures markets, you may want to hit the like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications if you're first time here. But this video is going to be more for people that either know Apex and know funding programs or interested in learning a little bit more. I want to answer some very frequently asked questions that come up quite a lot when I talk about these particular promotions and also how they work and what they mean. So that's what we're going to do today very, very briefly, because the first thing I want to point out is you can always go to the frequently asked questions or the help desk on the website of the prop firm that you're considering. In this case, Apex has a really nice frequently asked questions here, so they're going to have answers to far more questions than I'm going to go through tonight. So make sure that you're aware of the help desk and the frequently asked questions there. Okay, the first question I get asked a lot is why buy more than one account? What does that mean? Well, the coupons when these programs, when these prop firms offer these programs, you can use them multiple times. In the case of the coupons that I'll put up right here on the screen, which is TDG 80 and Stake Me 80, which is going to save you 80% off your first month of your subscription. Again, you can find a lot more about that in the video that I did prior to this. So you can buy up to 10 different coupons. Why would you ever want to have more than one particular account? Well, the answer is there's a lot of answers for that. Diversification, you want more buying power, you want to try different strategies. But the one that makes the most sense to me and my community is that there are limitations to how you can do withdrawals once you receive a funded account. So because of those limitations, people like to buy multiple accounts so they can actually, let me give you an example. Let's say that in the first month, the most you can withdraw is $1,000 from your account, even if the account balance is higher. Again, if you have questions about how performance and payouts work, please look at the help center. That'll tell you a lot more about it. But if the most you can withdraw from one account for the first month is $1,000 and your balance was like $2,000 or $3,000 and you had to wait till the next month to withdraw that, if you had multiple accounts and you had a balance of more than what you need to have to make a withdrawal, then you could withdraw $1,000 from each account. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, then the next question that happens a lot is, how in the world would I trade multiple accounts? How does that even work? All right, well, more than I can get into in this particular video. One thing you may want to do is check the links below. You can join us in our trade room for 10 days for $10 and meet hundreds of people in our community, many that use trade replicators and copiers and ways that they can manage the account. But suffice to say, they will all be visible in your drop down right here. It's very easy. You'll have access to all of them. You can manually select which account you want to trade. You can, as you get more advanced, use a trade replicator so you can place the same trade or copy it across all of your accounts. But you don't have to worry about connecting multiple times. Connecting to different prop firms is a story for a whole nother day. We're just talking about if you bought 10 accounts from Apex Trader Funding and you set up the connection, which is very easy to do, and you log into your NinjaTrader platform, which is the recommended platform, you will then very easily be able to access all of those accounts. So it's not very difficult to trade all the accounts, and I just discussed why you'd want to do that. Next question is, when does my subscription start? Okay, your subscription starts from the day that you purchase the actual subscription. So today on Easter Sunday is actually a really good day to do that because it's going to give you the most amount of trading days, because the renewal of this subscription will be 1 month from today if you ended up buying these today. Now keep in mind, as I mentioned in my previous video, these are first month discounts only. Okay, so other question is, when do they renew? Will they renew 1 month from when you buy them? That would be 1 month from today. Should you let an 80% off first month coupon renew? I would say no. You either pass or you cancel, okay? If you cancel it, if you have not passed it, then you can go and buy a 50% off. For right now, those are TDG 50 off. I'll put it on the screen, or Stake Me 50, okay? And that would be for a lifetime subscription. So there's two ways that these firms do this. They do flash sales, one-time sales, holiday sales like Apex is doing right now, and that's going to be 80% off your first month of your subscription. But when it renews, it will renew at full price 1 month from the day that you buy it. Don't let that happen. You don't want to pay full price. So do your best to get through the program. It's not that easy to qualify in a month. Again, check the description below if you want to check out our trade room for 10 days for $10. We're going to show you how you can go a little bit faster, but generally we like to go slower. So if you're going to go a little slower, you want to also have access at some point to the monthly subscription, which is lifetime. Okay, and those are two different types of products. All right. I have a Mac. Okay, this comes up all the time. Can I trade these programs on a Mac? The answer is yes, if you look at these help support articles that I've posted on tradersdevgroup.com. You do have to use virtualization. Virtualization simply means parallels or a VPS, a virtual private server. We also have links to how you can check out some of the virtual private servers that specialize in doing that just for NinjaTrader, so that then you can access that via a remote desktop. And there are Chrome remote desktops, okay? We have a lot of people that run NinjaTrader on a Mac. It's not that difficult. Now, the other part of that question is I have to have access to mobile. I can't trade at work on my machine, things like that. So in that case, you would have to use a VPS that gives you access to seeing NinjaTrader via mobile. You can check that out again through these links here. Now, keep in mind that NinjaTrader Mobile and other VPSs are not free, so there'll be an additional investment. But many people do trade on a Mac, and a growing number of people are using these virtualization things to trade on mobile. All right? Okay. Next thing is, I've heard the funded accounts, when I get funded, are not actually live. They're just still sim accounts. How is that business model profitable? Why would a prop firm, how can they stay in business if they do not put me in a live market? Now, first of all, quick answer to that question is, be concerned with your strategy and your approach to getting through and getting funded first. That is a big task for a lot of traders. Now, I understand you want to know what the end game is, but you should. A lot of people are putting the cart before the horse and being very concerned about the funded trader rules and how those work before they even get through the program. Okay, so it goes without saying, you need to know the rules, and trading is difficult. So keep that in mind. But when you do get to that funded account, the reason they keep you in sim, there's a lot of reasons. It's actually better for the trader, but the way the prop firms actually make money, because they are looking for profitable traders, is they have the right to copy your trades. And if you choose to be, if you show and demonstrate good risk-adjusted returns, they will be copying your trades in their live account, paying you out 90% or first 10,000, 100% of that money over a period of time. You need to know how the funding rules work. But they're going to copy your trades in their own live accounts. That's how they make money. They do at some point, if you're a rock star superstar, come to you and give you the option to go into live markets, open up a sub account, be trading real capital if that's important to you or that's something that you want to do. But essentially, these firms are in the business to find good traders and to get profit splits, as well as lever or copy some of the traders that are doing extremely well. All right. The next thing is, I don't like the trailing threshold. This is not a question. It is just a comment that comes up constantly. Okay, you can check the help desk and the facts here to understand the details of trailing threshold. I can't go into all of that, but essentially it's a risk amount that will actually chase or trail as you get closer to your profit objective. Okay, that's just the only rule they have. There's two rules they have at Apex Trader Funding. You can like them or leave them. There are plenty of other options that you can choose out there if you don't like these two rules. One, you cannot hold trades through the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard close. You cannot swing trade. Most of the firms, you can't swing trade. So you just have to be flat for 1 frickin' hour a day. Most people can manage to do that. Some people still feel that that's a limitation. You need to be flat for 1 hour a day, and you have to be aware of how the trailing threshold works, okay? If you don't like it, then there are alternatives. TCP, the Trader Career Path from Earn to Trade. I talk about it here on my channel quite a lot as well. They have scaling rules. They have daily profit, daily drawdown. They have they do things very differently. So there are other programs to choose from if you don't like the trailing threshold. Again, check the link below. Join our group for 10 days for $10. We'll show you how you can go a lot slower and remove this apprehension and complaints about the trailing threshold. It's really not that big of a deal. Your issue is you are trading too large for these accounts, okay? You're trading within the realm of what they tell you can trade, but you're trading too large, okay? Trailing threshold is a factor. If you don't like it, you can do something else, or you can trade properly, and it'll never be a factor. Okay, and then the final thing, why do prop trading at all? I want to keep 100% of my money. I don't quite get it. If you have the means to fund a futures trading account or already trading live and doing well and getting the tax benefits and keeping 100% of your profits, that's fantastic. For many, many people, I'd also like to point out that you're keeping 100% of your losses. So this is risk mitigation, and it is getting into a business where you have a business partner, right? We all know the importance of a support network in our personal lives and a lot of other things. So that's what these prop firms are. You're offsetting a lot of your risk. You're not risking any of your own capital while you're learning a skill that takes time to develop. So even if you're spending a decent amount of money on a relative basis with subscriptions and God forbid these resets, by the way, don't reset these 80% off. Okay, just it's idiotic, right? The reset's going to cost you about $85, which is probably twice what you would have paid for an 80% off count. In some cases, it could be 3 times because you can get a $50,000 account for I think it is $34 or something like that. So don't do the resets. But even as you're investing time and effort with the prop firm, you are saving a lot of money over what you could potentially give back to the markets while you're learning, okay? So many reasons for that. But if you're a hot shot, you've been trading a long time, and you think you got this figured out, prop trading might not be for you. But there's a lot of traders out there, especially newer traders that want to learn the outstanding nature of trading the futures markets for daily income, where these programs are fantastic. That's why I promote them. Today is Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. 80% off until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Check the links below for my Futures Fanatic Foundation course, which is completely free. And you can also join the trade room for 10 days for $10, or potentially find a link where you can join for free for 30 days if you buy a certain amount of these accounts. That will be it. If I didn't answer any of your questions, it's probably in the FAQ. I sound like a broken record there. And the final thing is, I want you to remember to always stay green and trade like you mean it. Thanks.